Here we are at Manchester Trafford. This is a quite busy 50-lap race. There's 15 of us on this session, a mix of regulars and run-of-the-mill customers. So you can already imagine how this race is going to go. I always love a little social 50-lapper. And off we go. Not off to a bad start. We've got the classic hopping move in. And I don't know why I thought this would be a good idea, but yeah, that was definitely a move. Looking back at it, probably shouldn't have gone for that, but you know, we're on the move now. We're building up a bit of speed, and then woohoo! Yeah, they've flown in out of nowhere. Quite clearly, they know this track quite well. To be fair, I could have blocked it off, but we're so early on. I'm not moving for anything. I don't really know this track particularly well at this point either. You may have already noticed we got the little boink counter in the bottom corner, ticking its way up. We're going to see how high we can get that number by the end. Hopefully, not too high. Sorry, TeamSport. But we managed to hold the inside coming in here, probably a little bit close. Probably could have been left a little bit more room, but you know, it's the second time I've gone for that move, and I think it was on the same person, so I do still feel a little bit bad. I mean, they've held the position either way, and it looks like there was a bit of bouncing going on. Catching back up, we've clearly got past them, and getting past the other car that also made the move through. Cheeky little swing through the inside, and we've held the position. And now it's back to building up a bit of speed, trying to catch up with that massive gap. Jumping forwards, we're catching up to the back of that group now. They're all getting caught up with each other. Again, it is quite a narrow track, and it is proper mixed ability on this session. I'll send it down the inside just to try and take a bit of space. A little bit of a battle going on in front, but that's the perfect time for me to try and make a move. I'm not going to send it on the inside there, because that would have been dumb of me. I would have pushed him proper wide, but now we just try and hope that we got a bit of better speed and carrying out of corners. And we've made the move coming onto the start-finish line. Going a bit wide, trying to hold it defensive and sending it back on the inside. They've nudged us out of the way a little bit, but that is the exact same move we did earlier, so there's no reason for me to complain. Now we've got a bit of a flying lap just to show you my line. This was pretty terrible, I've got to be honest. I barely knew the track when we did this session. It was a little while ago. But yeah, I thought I'd drop in the little flying lap, show you where I'm going, see if you can take any pointers and or point out to me exactly where I've gone wrong, including bouncing off that barrier. Coming around the outside, we're clearly gaining a little bit of speed on the person in front, so we may know the line a little bit better than them, but I've got a feeling they're not a regular anyway. This is us catching up to them, trying to make a move on them, setting up around the outside. They've got their eyes on, and they send it a little bit wide. I'll try and go for the gap, and end up aiming for the switchback. They get a little bit close in, but we had the 50%. We are playing off the 50% rule here. I'm hoping it was on for this 50 lap, if not, my bad. I would really recommend coming to this track if you ever get a chance. It's proper high traction, there's a lot of high speed, it's trying to hold that speed through the corners, keeping the engine revs up, and as you can see, I'm going to profit on that right now. All the way around the outside. Cheeky. But I mean, we're still slowly crawling up the positions here. Now if you look over to the left, you can see the person's pulled over to the side, and they have completely stopped on the track. The lights are going to slowly turn yellow. I've just spotted them. And we're onto a red. Now that we're on this red and all stopped up, I'll take a minute. If you want, drop a like and subscribe. It's completely free. You'll get more karting content. I'm sure it'll be more than one post a year that we're currently sitting at. And that's back up on the move again. Through goes another quite clearly confident driver. Keeping close to the back of them. And we'll try and hold on, follow their line a little bit, try and catch a little bit of speed. Although they are definitely slipping away from us. And then you may have seen this slip already. Fully sent it down the inside. I didn't have my eyes on, and quite clearly they do. Look at those peaks. They're fully on it, monitoring everywhere I'm going. I love a perceptive car. And we try and follow them as well, hopefully that they make a bit of a mistake, but they are fully on it. Again, watching us, making sure that they were building a bit of time between us, and trust me, they were. I don't know if I'm just very heavy or my line was that poor, but they are flying out of those corners. And quite clearly they've disappeared again just as we come into another stoppage. It's only a short red this time. Whilst we're stopped, if you're looking for a good source of energy in these long old karting sessions, which I'm sure you are, try using Dubby Energy. I've got a nice little discount code to give you 20% off. I'll put it in the description. I'm sure it's going to keep you fueled for all those races you're going to set. And we are back up and moving. You're just trying to catch up to other drivers now. I have no idea what position I'm in. There's no way of telling when you're on these tracks if you haven't been to them before. You just kind of hope and pray. I thought I was maybe top 3 or top 4. I know I'd seen a couple people lapping me. I'm going to send the inside like the person did at the beginning of the race. It's clearly working, holding a bit of a defensive line, but still trying to make up those positions, hoping that we're still on a podium. I do really enjoy this track. It is very fast paced. Going to catch up to people anyway. Got someone hanging around the outside there. I think they were the person that swapped carts earlier on that little pause that we had. Coming up over this ramp, holding a good bit of speed. We also have no idea how long we've got left on these sessions. It's not based off of time or anything. It is when the first person hits 50 laps. So you've got no idea unless you are that first person and you're counting every single one of your laps. So I'm just hoping for every position I can get. I don't know if there's back markers, there's no blue flags. It is just a hope and pray that you're holding a good position. We're going to keep diving through everyone, hoping we can find a pack. This person's going to hold the outside. We're going to try and send it through the inside again. We've tried to put it off a couple of times. It's worked a few times. It hasn't worked this time. Try and get a bit of a switch back. It's almost happened. We're going to leave them a bit more room because we point counter to keep going up. Still holding them through the corner. Hopefully they're going to make a bit of a mistake. We'll try and make our way through. Still managed to get a little bit of a boink. They've sent it wide. Got caught on that barrier. It slowed them down just enough. We can pip them to position going around the bottom corner after the ramp. Going to cut in really close. Hopefully they didn't try and make a move down the inside and hold the position still. Barrier's been pushed way out there, so you have to hold a little bit of a wider line. Coming up to the back of another group again. They're battling it out in front of us. I've seen that there's a driver quicker behind, so we'll let them go through. I remember them earlier. They've got a very signature suit. It is bright enough that I can remember that one. I may not remember numbers and positions and times, but bright red, I can do that one. They're flying through anyway, absolutely rapid, helping us catch up to the group again. Could possibly make another position here. I guess we'll find out, but we've got to be coming close to the end of the race. It feels like we've been on track a good like half hour at this point, 40 minutes, which we probably have. We have a super quick flash of a yellow there, groups us all back together a little bit, get back on the move again. I've kind of not clocked that we're on green again. I'm still going slow through. I thought it was the end of the race, to be honest. Try and rejoin that pack again. You see someone just clutch the barrier there, proper bounce, and that did bring us to the end of the race. That is our checkered flag there. We got our fastest lap times there. I've come out 5th in the session. Not quite the podium I thought it was, but still fun nonetheless. I do love this track. It's got to be one of my top 3 TeamSport tracks, alongside probably TeamSport Docklands and TeamSport Edmonton. Great track, great karts. I'd seriously recommend it. A lovely little battle going on. And remember, if you did like the video, please leave a like. It does mean a lot to me. I do try really hard for these videos.